9 out of 10 dentists recommend this channel for adults and not for little fucking kids. Hey guys, thanks for stopping back by. So I just got done showing you guys that Metaluna Mutant from Diamond Select Toys, and I figured why not, I will show you guys some of the other Diamond Select action figures based on the Universal Monsters. This good looking chap that you see in front of you is Boris Karloff as Imhotep from the 1932 Universal Pictures The Mummy. This action figure came out, I want to say 2016, from Diamond Select Toys. This is their version 2 of The Mummy. I believe the first version that they released, I don't own that one, but it is really cool. It's got this great big sarcophagus with Karloff's face on the front of it, and the mummy is more or less a static, like a little statue, because his arms are folded up on his chest, and he just fits inside the sarcophagus, which is cool. And if I can find one for cheap, I will pick that up. But I like this version better just because the mummy can actually move around, and he's not just like a static little statue. This is a cool mummy action figure. Let's take him off his little base. Let's see. I am not exactly sure which deity that is supposed to be. Maybe Isis, but it comes with this cool female god, probably Isis, and she's holding an ankh, and it comes with the Scroll of Thoth, and some broken pottery, and like a little broken bottle. The mummy had a problem hitting the sauce late at night. Nobody likes to talk about it, but he would get awfully fucked up and then go have fun with the maidens. That's how he wound up in this predicament in the first place. This is a good looking mummy though. A lot of detail in the face. It's funny, it's like they heard the complaints of the fans, and then the next time they made a mummy, they just gave him tons of articulation. Like, this mummy can move in a lot of really cool ways. I was gonna pick up another one of these, like a loose one, because this would be the perfect mummy to do, you know, like the perfect base body to make your own custom mummy. I still might do that. Put him on his little base, which he stands on it way better than that Metaluna Mutant did. That was driving me buggy. Space bug, pun intended. Yeah, this is a good looking action figure. Now, it came out from Diamond Select Toys. Hang on, guys. I gotta take a sip of this coffee. The Benadryl is fighting the coffee for control over my soul. And I made a big old giant cup of coffee. Yeah, I'm one of those pussies. I have to have lots of milk and sugar and shit in there, because otherwise the coffee just like fucking hurts my tummy, and I'm not about that. But I do love me some caffeine. And like I said, the Benadryl and the caffeine are fighting for control over my soul right now. Who will win? Will I be sleepy or will I wake up? This may have been sculpted by my buddy Gene St. Jean. It came out from Diamond Select Toys, and I know Gene did a lot of sculpting for them. He continues to do a lot of sculpting for them into this day. I know he sculpted that Metaluna Mutant, and I know he did the Creature from the Black Lagoon. I'm not sure if he did this one though. It is beautifully sculpted, so I wouldn't be surprised if he did. Look at that bicep cut right there. That's cool. I like it when the articulation points are hidden amongst the sculpt. Like right there, you can't really see the joint. You know, that's a nice cut. Same with up here and down here. Like it blends into the figure really nicely. So this is a tall action figure, guys. Just to show you how fucking tall this mummy is, here is Boris Karloff as Imhotep. This is the one from NECA. This guy has his own review on the channel. The standard version, then I've got the black and white version, then I've got the glow-in-the-dark version. They all have their own videos. Coming soon is the Yankee Doodle Dandy version, which will have its own video too. And you know, NECA figures are pretty tall, pretty substantial, and this Imhotep really towers over that one. Look at that. Well, we would if the camera would focus, John. Look at that. Look at the height difference. That's crazy. I'm my own little brother. This Diamond Select one is more akin to like McFarlane figures as far as like scale goes. Let's see, what else can I put next to him? Here is the Sideshow Toys Mummy action figure. I will do a video all about these Sideshow figures very shortly. Hopefully I can get off my ass and do it before Halloween this year. These Sideshow figures were amazing for what they were back in the day. These were the go-to versions. And they're still really nice figures, but there's just something about their proportions which is, which is a little off. I've often said to you guys that Playmates toys, their action figures are short, squat, kind of stubby. The Sideshow toys give off a little bit of that vibe too. Like they really I don't know. They just look sort of they look sort of short and squatty and sort of stubby compared to the NECA ones. Damn, how much of that Temple wine did you drink, Imhotep? Some bitch. Gotta stand up, boy. It's time to film. But I'd like to lay down now. No. You stand up and be accounted for. Yeah, the Diamond Select is a lot closer in size to the Sideshow toys. I don't know. The Sideshow Toys ones are still cool, but their proportions, maybe it's just me, but their proportions seem a little stubby, a little, not like a midget, but they're sort of like squat. Short and stubby and kind of squat. And their likenesses are good, but they're not that good. Obviously, I like all three of them. I own all three of them. I am a whore when it comes to collecting monster toys. I want all of them. I'm not gonna get rid of this one just because I think the latest and greatest thing is actually better. It doesn't negate these. I still appreciate the older ones. I'm not one of those people that when I get the new bright shiny thing, I automatically shit on the older versions. I still like the older versions. These are still really cool monster action figures. If they hadn't been cool, I wouldn't have bought them in the first place. Just because this one is better doesn't make this now shit. I thought these were sort of short and stubby back when I bought them. When they first came out, there was just something a little off about them. They look good, they're really cool toys, but the proportions are just not as true as either of these two. The Diamond Select one is another really good looking mummy with proportions that look closer to human. Here's a custom mummy that I made, and this guy's got his own video on the channel too. If you would like to know about this mummy and all the parts I used in putting him together and resurrecting him, there's a video on the channel all about him as he shambles forth from the musty tomb. Anyway, guys, that is a little look at the Diamond Select version 2 mummy. I don't know which version this is, as in a standard version or a deluxe version. I would say this was a deluxe version just because of all the stuff he comes with, but it might be the standard version. I'm not sure. Not sure about that, guys. Sorry about that. But basically all these Diamond Select figures came in two versions. Your stripped down standard version and then like a deluxe version. That was with, I think, all of their monster figures across the board. Yeah, this guy's more in size with McFarlane action figures. But that is a look at the Diamond Select version 2 mummy. I'll be back with some more monsters very soon, my friends. Take it easy. And happy Halloween.